to know what exactly you do with YPN, what YPN is,
Okay.
and if there's anything that we could do to incorporate into the office, what we should be
Yeah.
doing. Because I'm way too old
No, you're
for
not.
YPN.
No, you're not.
They let me in
No, you're
when
not.
I was over 40 for a little while, and I
Yeah.
went for the first few years.
No,
in
it's
the early
California. We
days.
can't discriminate.
Yeah, age discrimination, right?
But I can tell you, I
There's
went
no-
to those events and went and did and had lots of fun, and watched a lot of people have a lot more fun than me, and realized I can't keep up with these youngsters. I need to be home in bed in my jammies.
We have
And so
fun,
I
yeah.
love that. So what exactly is YPN?
So YPN was created about 10 years ago at the CAR level. They saw a need for something for the younger realtors that are coming in. So they created this, and it just has kind of spiraled into this huge community. And all of my YPN people, they're like my family now. And you really do. You get close to them. So it's nationally, state, and then local. And we have a really good association who realize that someday the people around the board are going to need to be replaced for one reason or another. And they embraced it. Not every board does that. They embrace YPN. They are breeding the leaders to move up, and I'm the perfect example. I started in YPN, worked my way up through there, joined the board, and now here I'm going to be president next year. And that's the point, is that we bring up leaders, because what happens when that board has to retire or whatever? Who's going to replace them? You know?
Yeah.
So
Do you think there should be an OPN, Old Professional Network?
Where you guys just
a
sit around in
young
rocking
professional
chairs and like talk about the good old days of fax machines and MLS books
Oh
and
gosh.
pagers.
carbon copies.
Press hard. Yes. Yeah. I'm joking.
So, no, you just come to our events. We don't discriminate. We like to say, because it is geared towards 18 to 40, but we also like to say for the young and young in the business. Because sometimes people come into the business, they're 45, 50, making a career change, and they don't really know where to go and where a good starting point for them. Because we put on education events, and we do mixers where you can meet affiliates or other realtors or brokers. So it's a nice starting point. It doesn't matter how old you are.
And that's what it did for me,
Mhm.
because I was over 40 when I started. But that is where I connected. And I started going to all the YPN events and going to Old Town and meeting people and having the education. And I loved it. It was some of the funnest days. The ones I remember were some of the funnest days that I had with YPN. And so it's true. It really does connect us. I'm glad you're doing that.
Thank you. And so I got involved at the state level. That's an application process where I had to apply and have recommendations, and I was selected, which I'm happy to be. And this year, there's a chair and 2 vice chairs. So myself and somebody else from Bakersfield is the other vice chair. And one of our big goals is to focus on mental health and awareness. We have an advisory board every year of 8 or 9 people throughout the state. And 2 years ago, one of our advisory board members committed suicide. And she was 25 years old, and she was killing it. She was amazing, had a podcast, had a YouTube channel, was doing a record, and nobody knew. And it's a huge problem in our industry specifically. So we're trying to shed some light on that this year.
I'm so glad.
That's fascinating.
Yeah.
Because that is very real. And some of the people who wear the most beautiful masks are the ones who are hurting the most on the inside. So yay.
Yeah.
I need help.
Yeah. Yeah.
We will be your first patients.
Awesome.
It's
Happy to have you.
awesome.
Yeah.
That's awesome. Good for you.